Yeah.
Here we are.
Welcome back.
Welcome back
to the NDK podcast. Recording on a lazy Sunday. We're going to try and bring as much energy as we can.
But keep your expectations low.
Yeah. So, exactly. Still Sunday.
It is, yeah. It is the day of rest after all.
That's right. Right before we started to record, Dana was making a drink.
Yep.
She was singing the theme song for her favorite drink.
Yeah.
And it reminded me of a show that I'm sure we both watched and probably both loved.
Okay.
Supermarket Sweep.
Oh my God. Yes.
Do you fucking remember that legendary TV program?
Yes, I do. I do so much. So I used to watch that at my grandparents' house a lot. And then we'd also watch Bumper Stumpers.
Okay.
But yeah, Supermarket Sweep. And
so good.
Sometimes when we've all been there, like you got to rush into the grocery store because you've got a packed day.
Yeah.
You've got your list. You got everything you need and you have no time to waste. So you're just bombing it up and down every aisle. I 100% feel like I'm on Supermarket Sweep more often than I think regular people do.
I would have loved to have been on that show.
Mm-hmm.
Even as a kid, I'm sitting there. It's because it was right around the Price is Right time. Yep. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when you're home from school, you would get the Sweep and Price is right before lunch, and then you go about your day. You know what I mean?
I do.
Holy fuck, I love that show. And I always get so amped up watching these chicks, and they're like, they're just grabbing one or two things at a time. Like, why aren't you just sticking your arm in that shelf and getting the cart as close to you as possible?
Yeah.
And just boom, I'm taking all of the things.
Even as a kid, I remember even as a kid being like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
You are wasting your time. Go for the meat. What are you talking about?
You could always tell who was an actual fan of the show because they would do that. They would just straight to the fucking big ass hunks of meat. Remember? They looked like they weren't real.
They did because
they
were huge.
Huge, and these people are chucking around like they're nothing, but sometimes it was heavy. It depends on the day.
I think. 4 pieces of these giant pieces of meat in the cart, and your cart was full.
Yeah. It was like a Flintstone fucking dinosaur leg.
It was.
Yeah.
And you don't see those every day.
No.
Wow. I mean,
not at ours.
Not in Canada anyway.
Yeah.
It could be. You could in America. Like if we have any American listeners, let us know if you've got Supermarket Sweep meat in your coolers there.
When I think of that show, I just think of the bad early 90s speckled design in the background. Buddy's hair was just perfectly swept, and he always had the big thick shirts, the dress shirts I used to wear back in the day. Oh man, did you ever watch them? They remade it. There was a new version a few years ago, but I think it was maybe 1 season long. Chick from Saturday Night Live was the host. And she was in Ghostbusters. I can't remember her name right now. But anyway.
Kate McKinnon or Melissa McCarthy?
No.
Kristen Wiig?
No.
Leslie Jones?
That's the one.
There we go.
We got there.
Oh, I was ready.
All of the Ghostbusters. Yeah, we'll figure this out. That's the one. She was the host. And she's funny, right? And
hilarious.
I liked it. I was like, they did a good job of keeping it true to the old one. They kind of changed things a little bit, but you have to, right? Grocery stores aren't the same anymore. Right. So you can't just go the classic model. But
I do love that a lot of these old time game shows are coming back.
Mm-hmm.
Match Game and, Circle Gets the Square and the old school ones.
Yeah. And Price is Right never left. And it still is legendary.
Yeah.
It's a great
It
show.
is. Even with Drew. I think Drew's doing a great job.
For sure, yes. Bob can't last forever. It's just the way she goes.
I mean, no one is going to be Bob Barker, just like no one is going to be Alex Trebek.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Yep. So for that, I think Drew's been a pretty easy transition. He's been a good second.
Yeah, and he's funny, right? So it helps.
Sometimes the next in line just sucks.
Yeah.
And you're just like, you're the worst. So not only do we have to lose our beloved host, we're stuck with you. Ugh.
Yeah, that's
and oh my God, remember on old time Family Feud where the host used to get ripped and kiss them on the lips?
Yeah. Oh my God. Never, not in this day.
Oh, not in this day and age.
Yeah, you're canceled first time you get close to her.
Or you're kissing everybody. If you want to continue this, you got to kiss everybody.
This is now your thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
This is your thing. And if you sign up to Family Feud, that's in the contract. Just
Yeah.
know the host is going to kiss you. So
Yeah.
if you don't want that, you can't be on the show.
Yeah. Submissions decrease severely.
Ah, Supermarket Sweep. That's such a good show.
Yeah, so your jingle you were singing there just kind of reminded me of like old school grocery store shit.
And the Newlywed Game.
Yeah.
That was good. Oh, man. We could do a whole show on that. Oh, I love older TV.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah. Oh, so good.
So you had something else you were going to talk about till I took over here.
No. Like, just the flow.
Oh, okay.
Just the idea to bring up. You didn't like cut in front of me or anything.
Oh, all right, good. I was like, all right, she wanted to lead with something, but she starts singing. I was like, all right, hold on. I even told you before I pushed record, I'm like, I'm about to derail this bitch. Hold on. We're about to talk about Supermarket Sweep. Anyway, one of my favorite shows. One of my friends, like I used to work with, I think his mom was on it at some point.
Really?
Yeah, because I think they filmed it in like Markham or some shit or Mississauga or something like that. I don't know. But
that's so great.
Fuck yeah. Canadian classic, if that's true. If I didn't just make that shit up. But no, I appreciate it.
And then like it takes me back to like old stuff that we used to have in the house that's not made anymore.
Yeah.
Or and people from Elmira can attest to this, when you're at your parents' house and you're going through like the medicine cabinet looking for something and you see something that was from like Big V back in the day.
Yes.
You're just like, why do you still have this? Big V has been closed for like 20 years at least.
It's a car part store now.
Yeah. Well, before that, it was the Shoppers.
Mm-hmm.
So like it even changed hands and then became something completely different.
It's so wild though. Like when I go in there, like Good Auto, like, we like these guys. Shout out to Mike Good. When I go in there, it still trips me out because that was Big V. It was Shoppers or whatever, right? It was a drugstore.
Yeah.
Now it's a car part store.
Just like our old video store is now the weed store.
Yeah.
Do you know what trips me out the most is that I'm used to all of these stores because of the side of town I lived in. Mm-hmm. And because of the way that the stores used to be set up, you could come in from the front of Main Street or in through the back. We always came through the back because that's what side of town we lived on.
Yeah.
And sometimes I just catch myself almost going the way that I used to go, but then thinking, oh, yeah, you can't.
And haven't been able to for a long time. But yeah you wish they could.
It's still there's still that little piece of you, your muscle memory.
Yeah, it's wild.
Yeah. So we usually start off with before, like, what's going on this week?
Yeah, what is going on this week, Dana?
Well, this week, we had on Tuesday, we had that rain, and Tuesday was insane. It was like 30, and then it was rain and hail.
It was fucked.
Yeah.
It got real hot, and then that storm hit motherfucking hard. Yeah.
Yeah.
And power went out too. Like,
okay, so did you guys not have power?
Yeah, so I got a story for that. I forgot all about this. I'm glad you brought this shit up.
Because not everybody, like my parents had power the whole time.
Let me tell you, right?
Okay.
So I worked that day, and when I came home, you could see like the storm was kind of brewing, right? And you knew like they was in the forecast because obviously when the temperatures go from like whatever the fuck to 30 to fucking back down, like
in April.
Yeah, it's Trebs, right? So I went to the gym. I went to the gym on the bike, and all of a sudden, like I'm in my fishbowl, right? Like all I can see is the main drag, and it's just fucking the hail's coming in hot as fuck and sideways, and it's just like bang. It's like it looks like rain, but it is not rain. Like it's hail. It's doing its fucking thing, and all of a sudden the power goes out, and I'm like, oh fuck me, because I'm on the fucking bike.
Yeah.
And the fucking thing stops fucking working, and I'm like, for fuck's sakes. And it comes back on. I'm like, all right, sweet. And then it kind of ramps up a bit harder, but I'm still going. I had 10 minutes left on my bike ride. And then as soon as I finish my bike, it just boom, power's out. But then it didn't come back on. So I'm at the gym, and so everyone kind of stops working out, but I was done. The perfect time for me. It was just weird because something was up with the electrical somewhere in where the fucking source is, right?
Yeah.
This wasn't your classic someone hit a fucking hydro pole fucking outage, because some things would turn on. Like it was like Stranger Things. Like the lights at the gym all of a sudden be like ding, 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 just enough to like show light, but not actually turn on. And it would just like
Mhm.
circle around. It was kind of trippy as fuck. And that's
Yeah,
what was
like,
happening with people's appliances, like their microwaves, their dishwashers and shit were all kind of working, not working.
mm-hmm.
So anyway, we were gonna be watching the Leafs game that night. And for some reason, like I think it was a couple years ago, maybe when they were playing Tampa, like this has happened before. Right before the game's gonna start, the power goes out.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So then we had to like a few years ago, we scrambled. We were at Clinton's house, and then we were watching it in his buddy's garage, and then all of a sudden power's out like everywhere in town. So I had to haul ass out to my mom's place where they had power to watch this fucking game. So we were thinking, fuck me. Here we go again. We're gonna have to fucking haul ass. And so I phone mom, 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 Nathan's mom, you know?
Yeah.
And fucking she didn't have power either. I'm like, well, this is fucked. Like if someone a town away also doesn't have power, something wrong, right?
Yeah.
So I guess Guelph didn't, London didn't, and like all these places didn't, some parts of Waterloo.
Wow.
So I'm like, all right, well, I gotta find a spot to fucking see this hockey game,
Yeah.
right? Like my uncle didn't have power, my mom didn't have power. Fucking grandpa, what's up? Well, grandpa, he lives in Elmira. He's just not that far away.
Yeah.
He had fucking power the whole time. I'm like,
Yeah.
how are these like major outages like Guelph, London, some of Waterloo, like all these spots are dead.
But this like
But this
little
section here in Elmira and this little section here, like, so your parents had it?
They had power the whole time. They said it flickered a bit and that was it. And so it's funny. This actually wasn't a part of what I was going to talk about, but I'm glad you brought it up because it made me think. Because I was at home and I was working away, so I was focused on the task at hand. And I had seen the Weather Network, like I'm an adult, so I check it.
Oh, yeah. Not all adults do.
A day.
Fucking tell that to Janine. That chick has no idea what the fuck's going on ever. I was like, you're never curious, Like, helps plan your day if you know.
It does. And I'm also the type that I'll have the hourly posted, not just like the 4 sections of the day.
No, I want to know it by the hour. What's
and then
coming,
when they give me a percentage I don't trust, or if I'm on it, I'll do the radar.
It's time for the radar.
It's like, okay, I'm the meteorologist
I got this
now.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I do the same.
Well, if you dancing monkeys can do it, I can do it.
They're just looking at a map.
Yeah, exactly. I can look at it too.
Oh look, this green thing hovering over here. This is where I live.
Mhm.
Okay, that's gonna rain.
Yep.
If it's red, 100%, we're getting fucking smoked. It's not that hard.
So I knew that there was rain coming, and then they had the like red banner severe thunderstorm. I was like, okay, whatever. Anyway, I'm working away, and all of a sudden the hail comes. It's not even the rain, it's the hail. And the way that it's coming down is just smacking on my sliding glass door and my kitchen window. So it's hitting both of those things, and it hit them hard.
Oh, yeah.
And me being me, like I thought gunshots were going off, and it startled me so bad. And then, because I startle easy, every once in a while there'd be like a real big one, and
that's awesome.
I was walking. So when I went to the spa this week, the parking lot was being done, so we had to park a little bit further away. And there was this girl in front of us. She was going back to her car. She hit the wrong button and locked her car. And I audibly, because she scared me. And even I was so loud that she turned around. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I was like, oh, don't even worry about it. I'm ridiculous. This happens all the time. Like, don't even think twice because I'm not gonna. It's like a reaction now.
That's awesome.
But yeah, that was crazy. And the amount of water, like, holy moly.
Yeah, the streets were full.
But more so the next day, and it's hilarious because I even said to myself while it was going on, I thought, oh my God, I hope nobody's car windows are down because holy moly, like their car is going to be soaked. And I hope all that hail doesn't like bust out their glass. Like, I was worried about that for my own just fine glass, like rolled up whatever.
Oh yeah, like even I went outside after like the gym. I was like, well, how's my car looking? I assumed everyone's car that day just got fucked. You know?
Yeah,
Like I was
same
like, oh,
here.
we're watching some insurance bullshit happen.
Oh yeah,
And they wouldn't cover you. Oh, it's an act of
I
God.
thought the same thing. But then I thought, well, I can't go out and check it. Oh my God, that's awful. Wednesday morning, go out to the car. Guess who's got 2 thumbs and whose windows were open?
Dana.
This gal.
Oh no.
Thankfully, it was just the back windows. But I mean, thankfully, it was that, because usually when I come out to my car and there's something wrong, I have flat tires all the time.
You do?
I do.
Get your tires fixed.
No. Like, it doesn't matter what tires I have. Like, that's always been a problem.
That's like garbage blows in my face.
Yeah. Well, do you ever have specific things that no matter what car you drive, the year, the model, the shape, any of it, all these things go wrong for you specifically?
Yeah, some weird shit.
And for me, it's flat tires.
So what do you mean? Like, explain. So you went out the other day.
And
you were thrilled that it wasn't a flat tire.
I was thrilled it wasn't a flat tire.
But do you often have flat tires? Like,
yeah, so much so that my parents have bought me a portable air compressor. And now I have this like
but you're talking
drill gun.
fluke ones. You don't have like a leaky tire that you're just having to refill.
No, I have fluke ones.
Okay.
Like I have fluke ones more than anyone else does.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah.
Huh.
That's
sucks
what I mean.
Too. That sucks.
Well, so much so that my parents have bought me multiple air compressor devices to fill my tires when I need them.
That's your curse. Someone got you.
Oh, I could go on just in my car alone. I have a list of things. Yeah.
So is your car, your Super Versa, does it have rolly windows at the back? Or does it have power windows?
No, it has power windows. But I hadn't been in the car since Monday, and that was really warm.
Yeah.
And I was doing groceries. I didn't even think of my windows being down at all.
Shit.
So, yep. But I was just so thankful that, you know, the hail didn't break my windows. I can deal with a wet interior.
Yeah, you figured
whatever. It'll dry. Like, so much worse things could have happened. So much worse things.
Well, if it would have been like your driver's side one, that would have sucked. Like,
oh, well, that's where it came in. Like, but only the back windows were. So, like, my seatbelt was wet and stuff, but my ass wasn't soaked when I sat down, which is...
That's what I'm saying. And all your switches and shit are all there, so... Yeah, you dodged one. Fucking hey, Dana. Way to go.
Yep.
Yeah, it was a wild storm, though. A lot of damage, like trees, branches, fuck, again. And there was just like a month ago that like ice storm that fucked everything up.
And yeah,
I was actually working up like in like Langton or whatever the other day. And they got hit by that ice storm real bad a while back.
Oh,
and it's still all fucked up out there. Like,
wow.
So many trees. Any tree, no matter where you go, like the top of it's broken off of it. It's just hanging there. Like there's just major mass tree damage. It's kind of crazy to see. Like, so they got fucking nailed by that storm like a motherfucker. Like,
yeah.
Nature. They'll fucking always win. Mother Nature, she's a mean bitch.
Nature's amazing.
Yeah. They always win. All right. So I got
this is yours.
I got a story. I was at work a couple weeks ago, I think. I don't, doesn't matter. It's not important. Coworker walks up, and I don't know if I've said this on the podcast or not. Here we go. We're going off track again. So I have this, like, I call it my disability, where I cannot hear people chew. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
There's a name for it, like Misophonia or some shit like that.
I know what you're talking about.
The sound of people chewing, like all that shit, like grinds my fucking gears. Like if I'm like eating or whatever, I usually have like a radio on the background or Sports Center or something. So I don't hear everyone chewing, but like, you know, some people when they're hungry, they just fucking mound down. You can tell how hungry someone is by the sound and the speed at which they're chewing. And it's just like, if I hear you chewing, I've already thought of 3 or 4 ways to murder you. Like, I am fucking done with you. No one is safe. And like, no one is safe. Like, it just fucking gets me going. Like I've looked into it. It's a problem. Like Google it. And like the
no, I've
different,
heard of it
they have the
before,
different
yeah.
levels. Like people get ragey. Like it's like, and it's, if you look at it, it instills rage. It's just like, yeah, I fucking know it does. Like I haven't fucking like killed anyone yet, but like I've
I
thought
could.
about it. Certainly thought about it. So like some people eat like really loud. Like I don't want to put anyone on blast, but there is a family that which I know, the entire family, they eat kind of
Like a bunch
fucking
of
like
smackers.
animals.
Oh, yeah.
And they love crunchy snacks and they love like
The way you just said.
Shit.
Your face when you said, and they love crunchy snacks.
They just love it. And it's just like, you animals. So anyway, that's a me problem, right? That is a fucking me problem. And that kind of like doesn't just stop there, right? So I don't want to hear you. Well, I don't want to say it's not brush your teeth. I don't want to. Okay. So let's carry on. So my coworker comes walking up. Now you know that I have triggers.
Yeah.
And he's flossing his fucking teeth. Like, we're not in the bathroom. We're not anywhere near where you should be flossing. You're walking around doing this shit. And he's not the only one that's ever done this. Like, I've had people in different workplaces that walk around flossing their teeth. I'm like, first of all, so he comes walking up and I was like, what the fuck are you doing? He's like, I'm flossing my teeth. I was like, why? He's like, because that's what you do. And I was like, yeah, you do that, but you do not do that around me. I was like, that's fucking disgusting. I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want you flinging that shit around here. I was like, you can carry on. He's like, well, really? I was like, yeah, it's time for you to fucking
It's
go.
like that.
And you're never doing that again. Like, fuck that. Let me set that precedent right now. So, like, there are things in life. There are do's and don'ts in life. Do floss your teeth.
Yeah.
For sure, do that. But do that in the privacy of the washroom, your own home. There is no other spot for that because it's fucking disgusting. That shit's coming out. You're flinging your nasty plaque in your food bullshit. It's going somewhere. Don't tell me you're catching it all because you're not. And it's fucking going everywhere. So you want to know who's the next level animal? Those people that have those pick sticks. You know, those like supposed to be disposable ones.
Yeah.
Supposed to be disposable ones. When I used to work at like the fucking Subaru dealership, I would get into someone's car and you go to close the door, and in the fucking door handle pocket is like a stack of these fucking things. What the fuck are you doing with those? Are you using them again? Because they're disposable. Just keeping them? Just, you know, these are my victims. Like, so now, now I've touched your fucking greasy fucking teeth juice from who knows how long those have been sitting there, you fucking animal. So like when I get in someone's car and I see a fucking I see a fucking floss stick in your car, I am already judging you so fucking hard. Those are not meant to be, we're out and about flossing our teeth. So I don't want to hear it. Nobody wants your fucking gross shit everywhere, and you fucking know that. Don't tell me that you don't. Like, don't fucking tell me you don't know that's fucking disgusting. Like, get the fuck out of here. So yeah, do floss your teeth. Do not do that in public. Out and you're not just walking around. Fuck that shit. And I'm gonna transition right into another one while I'm on it.
I can't breathe.
People that have like nail clippers on their fucking keychains. You do not just like walk around trimming your fucking nails in public either. Like you get these people that are sitting at their desk at work and all of a sudden they just pull her out and just clip on the keyboard. It's like, that's right up there with flossing in public. What the fuck?
Oh my God, I can't. My face hurts.
That's my hot take.
Oh my God.
On you fucking animals with your disposable floss sticks. Fucking gross.
Oh, my sides hurt. Oh, my cheeks hurt. Well,
What do you think of that?
I feel less alone in this world because it's about time you've popped off about something. Not just me.
Just get me going. I am telling you right now, that motherfucker.
That was amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, that was amazing.
Yeah, I get passionate about certain things, and
holy shit, that was amazing. I was gone after teeth juice for sure. For sure. I was gone after teeth juice. Like I was already on my way, but teeth juice put me over the edge.
I like semi felt bad about going off on him for that,
No,
but I was like, you know
off.
what, buddy, you walked into this, and I gotta tell you right now, I do not want you doing that around me. That's fucking gross. Like,
you do that anywhere but around me.
That's right. You can do that over there, but not fucking here. And that's what I told him.
Not in my visual or audio range.
Oh, fuck right off.
That's hilarious. I do know about those flossing picks. My parents use them all the time in the living room, but that's and the comfort of their own home,
That's
and
right.
neither of them mind that sound.
That's right.
So that hasn't been a boundary set.
That is not a foul. That is not
Exactly.
a foul. That is encouraged.
I'm not gonna pretend like I haven't clipped or filed my nails at my desk.
Yeah?
Yep.
It's gross.
Well, that's when I like if I broke a nail or
Right.
whatever.
Emergency response. But
Yeah.
you're not going to just pull up and do 5 you're going to do all of them there, or you're just going to...
I mean, I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I have.
All
That
right.
wouldn't be genuine of me because I have.
You've done it.
But I usually do it at home.
Yeah. That's where you're supposed to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like a fucking adult.
And flossing in public, I'm not going to floss in public, but if I have something stuck in my teeth, I'm going to grab that.
Yep.
And
And where are you going to do that, though, once you get the device to get the shit out
depends
of
on
your
where I
teeth?
am. Like if I'm at my desk, heck yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
But
By
I mean,
yourself. But
yeah.
yeah, you don't share that experience.
In the car or honestly, wherever I can get it. But I kind of was curious, circling back to the flossers and the thing.
Yeah.
Are you just like, are they all dirty, or are you just hand bombing fresh, clean flossers into your dirty hand grabber thing?
Exactly. Doesn't matter which way you
that
spin
was
it.
what sent me. It's like, okay, so you're taking something out of a
Clean
semi-sterile.
container.
I'm not saying it's a sterile environment, but it's a clean bag and a bunch of flossers that haven't been contaminated by the environment or your dirty ass stuff.
Yep.
And you're just putting them in there, and then you're going to go ahead and use that to go under the skin of your mouth.
Yep. Exactly.
That part was the part to me that's like, but were they clean before they were there?
It doesn't even
too?
matter, right? It doesn't even matter.
Fuck.
So it doesn't matter which way you spin that. You're a fucking animal. You've either used it and want to use it again, or you're just not throwing it out and you're a fucking animal, or you've never used it and you're about to pull that out of that, handle, which is greasy.
Also an animal move.
And an animal move, and you're going to use that in your mouth. That's fucking gross.
Yeah.
So that's like, no. I got a problem with those things. Yeah.
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah. So, I mean, I guess I got time for another little fucking rant here. Since
yeah, go for
this
it.
one actually,
I am not going to stand in your way. I'm going to sit back.
So I have written down on the board, hired sinners.
Yes,
and
let's do this.
Anyone that's like close to me knows what I'm talking about when I call you this. And you kind of have to be from our area, or maybe an area you're about to find out, or maybe an area like this that has like a Mennonite community.
I am all those things, and
You're about to find out.
Wow,
Yeah. So one time, a long time ago, I was in my friend's wedding, and a guy in the wedding party who was super like religious, and he loves his man JC, and like who doesn't, right? And so he was telling me about how he was driving around Mennonites, right? For money, right?
Yeah.
So they pay you to drive them around. So I just there, I didn't know this guy for shit. And I said, oh, so you're a hired sinner. Because I knew it would just grind his gears because he's super religious, right? You don't want to accuse a religious person of being a sinner. That is the opposite of what they're trying to be.
Even though that's the whole reason that they're
right?
religious, is because, they're trying to get forgiveness of their sins.
Right?
Well, then that means that you're sinning. So,
So here's this thing,
all
right? So the Mennonites around here, they live by a code, right? And you know what I mean? They don't have cars. They don't, that's their thing, right? But by all means, they don't they do not mind enjoying all of these things as long as it's not them doing it. Because if they owned a car and drove a car, they would be considered, that was like a sin in their church, right?
Yeah.
Like, you don't do that. Like, that's too worldly. That's where they draw the line, right?
Yep.
So they will not do that. But they don't have a problem hiring Fred to come pick him up. And Fred thinks he's doing them a favor. He's like, yeah, because it's usually a religious guy that's doing it as well.
Yep.
And they're like, yep, I'm helping them out. I'm driving them from here to Cambridge for their appointment or whatever. Nothing wrong with your intention here. But you just need to know that they have hired you to do the job for them.
Yeah.
Because they don't want to be caught sinning. They'll pay you to do the sin for you. And I've even brought this up to other people. I was like, so what's the difference between that and an assassin, right? Like, you know what I mean? You're hiring someone to do something that you wouldn't do because it's a sin. I was like, so I called them hired sinners.
Okay.
So when I was at the deli the other day, I was looking at the board and they had some guy with his van. He shows you the picture of the van that he will be using, and call fucking Fred or whatever his name was. And they got the tearaway stickers because it's like, yeah, because there's going to be a lot of, yeah, exactly. There's going to be people that need to hire a sinner.
Okay.
So I call those people that drive Mennonites around hired sinners, because like they're doing it because the Mennonites won't do it. They're not going to get caught dead fucking doing that, but it's okay if you hire someone to do it. And that's kind of how they roll, though. Like, you can't have a cell phone, right? Unless it's for the business. And so you see them on their buggy on a fucking iPhone, you know what I mean? And they can't have power unless it's for the business. Can't have computer unless it's for the business, right? So as long as, it's not for them personally, it's all good. And so they'll hire a sinner. And this is going to bring up another thing. Here's another wild one. So, like, now you know what hired sinners is. When I'm talking about hired sinner, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You've heard of these people. You know these people. So we were driving around one time. It's freezing fucking cold. I'm going to be picking on Mennonites today. I'm sorry, Mennonites. I like you. But
it's not all Mennonite. Like, because some of them do drive and all
right. There's different variations of Mennonites, right? There's
certain ones who don't.
There's the hardcore ones, right? So we're going to talk about the hardcore ones right now. So they draw the line, like, we don't do cars. We don't do, like, your modern shit, because that's how they roll. That's how they've always rolled.
Yeah, no electricity, no machinery.
All that shit, right? So you see these poor Mennonites in the wintertime, they'll be cruising around in their buggy, and there'll be like 3 children hauling off the back of that thing, and they'll have a blanket over their legs. And it's like, unless they're like the upper class, I don't know where they draw the line where they got the enclosed one, right? I don't know how they get to the buggy. Enclosed one, but they don't all have it, right? So they'll be seeing us drive by, and we'll be sitting in our car, toasty warm, heated seats, heated steering wheel, and all this shit.
Be tough.
And I'm sure they're just like looking at you like those. Right? Like, I'm sure they're just like grinding their teeth. They're like, this better. So this is where I'm going with this. This better be worth it. You know what I mean? Because they've made that choice, and they've made this choice because they want to get into the pearly gates at the end of the road, right? And that's what everyone's goal is. You hope to make it to heaven or whatever you believe in. And so they're like, all right, this is it, man. Like, we're freezing our dicks off, but like, it's worth it. Fucking, when we get up there, we're getting fucking walked right in, VIP treatment. You motherfuckers in your cars.
Yeah.
You're all going to hell.
Yeah,
so,
enjoy the warmth now.
Enjoy the heat.
Get used to it.
Get used to the heat, right? So they're just like cursing you, like, we don't mind you guys when you come buy our baked goods and their maple syrup, but by all means, drive on, right? So it's like, I'm just thinking, all right. So I said to Janine, I was like, what if we're the ones that are wrong and they're the ones that are right? Here we are driving around in comfort, and they're out there freezing their dicks off for 50 to 60 years, and they're going to get in. I was like, so what happens if we're at you just imagine if we die, right? And we're on our way up the escalator, right? From like we're going out. We're gonna meet the man at the gates, right?
Yeah.
And we get up there, and he's flicking through the fucking pages. You got your 6-month review, aka your life review. He's like, yeah, okay, all right. Cars, internet, TV, phones. Yeah, that's a no for me. And he turns you around, right? And as you walk the walk of shame to the down escalator, you look to your left or right, whichever way it's situated, and you see, all I can picture is like the Mennonites in the other side of the gold bars.
Yep.
Playing volleyball, baseball,
hockey,
just having
soccer,
a fucking riot.
All in white.
And they just kind of look over at you, and they're like, huh, And they're just kind of laughing at you. Hey, can I interest you in some maple syrup? And they kind of
Yeah.
laugh as you go on. How about some baked goods?
Yeah.
How is your cars and how is your internet now, right? And they're just getting the last laugh as we escalate ourselves down to fucking hell because we wouldn't freeze our dicks off,
That's an interesting take.
right? Because
Yeah.
they're drawing the line there. What if that is the line? What if we're fucking here? I'm on a podcast right now. Like, this shit ain't supposed to be.
Oh, yeah. This would be.
I don't think this would fly.
Yeah.
Especially with this colorful
if we
language.
wanted to do something like, well, for sure not with the language, but if we wanted to do something like this in the Mennonite community, we'd have to travel to the other churches and be like a guest speaker.
That's how you would do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Anyone want us? Was that a mean take? No, it's just a joke. It's a joke.
For
right?
sure. It wasn't
I just
like a mean
picture
take.
myself getting laughed at while they're playing volleyball, just having the bonnets on, having a fucking blast.
It's more of a question like, what if they're right?
Yeah.
That's not the mean
because they
part.
think they're right. That's like every religion. It's like, it's all whack.
Sure.
Actually, I heard someone say it the other day, and it was like the best description of religion I've ever heard. It's like getting an elephant in a room and then having 5 or 6 blind guys come in, shut the doors, and have them all describe what that elephant looks like. You know what I mean? Because they would all have their own take because nobody knows. Nobody knows if any religion's right. Yeah. Right? But everyone's on their little fucking stand and they're all saying this is what's up. So no one really knows till you get there. So that's kind of where I got.
Yeah,
right?
no, you don't know for sure until you get there. Right. That's 100%.
So who's right, who's wrong? Who fucking knows? But just imagine that was the line, right? Here we are buying baked goods and maple syrup from them and like feeling bad for them in their buggy. Meanwhile, we're getting turned around at the top, getting laughed at, right? Because we fucking sold you some shit.
Yep.
You guys thought we were crazy. It's like,
well, we told you, sinners.
Yeah, we did. We had the billboards and everything. We were very clear about it.
Actually, that's not them.
No, it's not. It's the other crackheads.
Yeah, that's not them. All right. Yeah, they wouldn't have told us at all. Like, well, that was one of your choices.
Yeah.
Well, it's God's will to have you be a sinner like that.
Exactly, right? So thanks for the ride.
Yeah.
Thanks for the ride to Home Depot, right?
Thanks
so they're chuckling as Fred comes up the fucking escalator. He had his ad in the fucking deli and sorry, Fred.
Yeah, and like that kind of life, I would imagine it is a really tough thing to navigate that kind of lifestyle nowadays. Like I think this is like the first or second age where there's a real discrepancy in the way that we live.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like because electricity in houses is still fairly new if you think about it. If you think about like the entire span of the grand scheme of
the last 120 years is fucking crazy.
Yeah, and you know all the years, but like it's 2025. Like what about year 0? Like or year 1? Like,
man, and like
out of all that
and the fucking pyramids. And all that shit, like, man, the universe is fucking huge.
I mean, now we've got electricity, internet, indoor plumbing, and they are still living the simple life, like the way it used to be.
Little house on the prairie.
Yeah, and so back in the old days, you know, Victorian era, all that, it was easier to stay in that life because everybody else was living the same. I feel like this is the first time in history where it's just so completely different and there's so many, it's like the lifestyles just keep getting further and further apart.
Bigger gap, yeah.
And like especially for if you have to go to the doctor or whatever, like, and then does that become a religious conundrum? Like, well, I don't want to die, but if I pay somebody to take me to a medical appointment, then I could have a better chance of still living. But if I don't, then I'm for sure going to pass away. Mm-hmm. And I mean, a lot of them will just do like the it's God's will kind of thing. But that's just like Jehovah's Witness and blood transfusions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There's all kinds of different things.
Yeah, I don't know. Like you either do this and your life is saved. But then again, by not doing that, are you saving yourself? That's the big life questions.
Yeah, if it was that easy, it'd be figured out by now. There is no answer. No one knows.
No,
nobody knows.
Well, all the other people on the other side know.
It's true. Can't talk to them though.
Yeah. Well,
I think, didn't we talk about this once? Yeah.
Come on now.
I think we talked about this before.
Well.
So some people can, I guess.
Oh man, I've got a friend who has a psychic she goes to see.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's once a year, like it's obviously not once a week or anything like that, but every once in a while. Well, yeah.
Nobody knows for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was I got off way off here, but yeah.
I honestly,
I don't mean to pick on religions or Mennonites. I do like my Mennonites, you know what I mean? They're good people too.
Love them.
I'm just, what if that was, what if they're right?
Yeah, it's not a judgment, it's a question.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, we're fucking wondering if they're crazy, but maybe they're not crazy.
Well, and I mean, like, replace Mennonite with anyone else.
That's
like,
right. Exactly. We could be talking about anything.
Yeah,
it was
realistically.
This was me just thinking about that.
Yeah.
Because this is where we live. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But no, honestly, this has been a Nathan episode, and I am here for it.
Has it really? Holy shit, I guess.
Well, thank God my fucking breath came back to me. Jesus.
Almost killed you.
Holy, my face hurts not at all anymore. My sides have stopped hurting, and I can breathe again, and
I'm glad you're back. Yeah, we're going to be wrapping this one up.
Yeah.
It's about that time. Well, we did promise a while back a new segment.
Yeah.
And we keep kicking it around. We keep not doing it. We keep forgetting to do it. And I think we should just do it so we can hold ourselves accountable. Now, Dan's giving me this look because in theory,
go with the first one then.
Yeah, we're going to go with mine.
First suggestion.
We'll go with mine. So what we're doing is we're going to be calling it Album of the Week. And we're just going to...
Oh my God!
We're just going to shout out an album that maybe you guys want to throw on your Spotify or something while you're like at the gym or whatever. Just give something to listen, because sometimes you just stale on your music and you want something else to listen to. So it's like, maybe it's something we're listening to this week.
Yeah.
Maybe it's something we love, right?
Yeah.
And so like we were going to do this. We had a couple options we were going to do. We wanted to have an album here for you, right? Like physical copy, but it's 2025. Physical copies aren't everywhere. So I've got albums I love that I don't have physicals of. So that's what I'm going to start with today. So maybe in the future we'll have some actual album art here for you. That's our goal. But not every time. All right. Don't get greedy. We're just coming at you with something to listen to. We're not going to spend a lot of time on it. We're just going to be like, boom, maybe throw this on your shuffle, whatever. Right. So Dana's got some lined up. I've got some lined up. Like, I think if we don't forget to put it on every week, we have enough albums that we can recommend for the next 2 years for sure.
I'm going to start a section in my notes under my NDK notes thing.
Could be even something like we're just like on shuffle on Spotify this week when something come up and we're like, oh, fuck, I like that. I haven't heard that. And then you ever do that? Like, you're like, I'll try that album out, and you like it. No, not so much.
You know, I don't have Spotify. You know, I live in the dark.
Oh, right. That's, we're different. We're different.
Yeah. I'm a psycho. Yeah.
No. You're not a psycho if you don't have Spotify. That's not the way she goes.
No.
But anyway, so this is our album of the week this week, because the first one, I'm going to talk about a first album. I think everyone who likes rock music should listen to Black Sabbath's first album. It is titled Black Sabbath. Great first album, real good bluesy vibes, the start of, some might say heavy metal, it's just these guys, one of my favorites of all time, Black Sabbath. If you like rock music, metal music, you can thank them for a lot of it. So that's why I'm throwing that out as our first album of the week. I do not have a physical copy of that right here today, but don't know what to do with my hands. Yeah, exactly. But you can find that on anywhere you find music, and I mean the cassette section, the vinyl section, the CD section. You can go on iTunes, you can go on Spotify. If you can't find Black Sabbath's first album, then maybe life's not for you.
I fucking love cassette.
Oh, it's a good jam. But yeah, we're gonna keep going with that.
Yeah,
and hopefully you guys give these things a listen, let us know or whatever. Maybe we're wasting our time, but I think it's fun just like throw some stuff out there, something different.
Or if there is something that you think that we desperately need to listen to.
That's where I'm getting at with this. Like, maybe we can get a little conversation going on and start getting some new music,
Yeah, like the other night I saw someone just out and about, and she said, oh, I've been listening to the podcast. I've hesitated to write in, I'm like, write in.
Yeah.
I
don't
said,
hesitate.
whether it's me or Nathan, or like, obviously we would love if you just DM'd the podcast itself.
Yeah.
But if you would feel more comfortable reaching out to me or Nathan or
whoever.
for those who know us anyway.
Whoever. Talk to anyone.
Like I ain't a stranger for strangers hitting me up in my DMs. But hit us up in our DMs or, comment on any of the posts. Like,
yeah. And that's another thing. So I had another listener say, you can only comment so many times on Spotify. And thank you for maxing out your comments on Spotify. I don't know what, I think it's a low number, but at least you've done it. That's awesome.
That's amazing.
That's what I said to her. We have social media pages. You can find us anywhere. Facebook, Instagram, whatever you use. You can probably find us on there and you can hit us up with your ideas, your albums of the week, your comments.
Or we have a QR code. If you want to be sent our QR code to link to our link tree, we can send you that.
Oh, yeah. We can get you there.
Yeah.
Anyone have any questions, we can get you there.
Oh, yeah. But feel free to reach out.
That's what we're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what I'm hoping with this album of the week. Maybe we get a little conversation going. People start giving us their recommendations and we can all.
I agree.
It's like a book club, but.
For music.
And yeah.
And not a book club.
And no books at all.
Yeah. I like that.
Right? I'm not reading.
No.
All right.
I wish I liked it. I just don't. I really do need to read more, truly.
Yeah.
But things don't grab my attention. I'm putting the chicken soup books. Oh, yeah. Oh, will this come out? No, this will already be past when it comes out. I'm putting in my chicken soup for like the Teenage Soul or the Soul in the town garage sale.
See how she goes.
This coming week. And I just loved those books because they were short. Not this, like the stories or whatever was going on. It was short. It grabbed my attention. I could just blow through those. Yeah. But unless a chapter book is exciting, like I'm immediately done.
Right. Mm-hmm. So if it's not Goosebumps or a Choose Your Own Adventure, don't come knocking. I don't remember the last time I read a full-on book. I mean, it's within the last decade, but they're not like actual books. I mean, they are. But I do biography books, like rockstar biographies and shit like that, right?
It still counts.
I guess it does, right?
Just like in The League of Their Own, when she teaches the one girl to read, but it's like all fucking smut books and she's reading out loud.
Oh, man.
And the one lady's, don't teach her to read that. And she goes, what's the difference? She's reading.
Have we talked about this on the podcast? Like, we used to work at IGA, right?
Yeah, we've talked about that.
The smut books?
Oh, yeah.
Right? Like, we had a full rack.
By the magazine.
Yeah, we had a full rack of them, and the ladies love them.
Yeah, the Daniel Steele novels.
Right?
Or...
So that's my favorite thing is, like, so the ladies will give the guys a hard time for watching porn, right? Like, if they find their man watching porn, they flip their fucking lid. What do you need that for? That's disgusting, right?
The Harlequin novel.
They have no problem getting to a nice little novel sitting by the beach. No one knows any better because they're just flipping in their novel.
Yeah,
but
they're reading their porn.
In those novels, it's raunchy.
There's a lot of heat.
You've been exposed, ladies. It's on the internet now. We know what you're reading.
Oh.
Don't try and pretend that you're just reading a cute love story.
Okay, so ladies back then, I think that should be distinguished because ladies now are out and proud with their smut books.
Are they?
Oh my God.
Thank you for the update.
The ladies are out there. They're showing you what smut books are good, what smut books are bad, what is, hey, if you like this type of genre of smut, you read this. If you, they're not hiding behind.
Hey, good for you, ladies. You've caught
drugstore
up.
magazines.
And so as long as, I hope you're having a great time with that. As long as you're not being judgy when someone's watching porn, you know what I'm saying? Shit. So what's the difference?
Because I'm the only, well, it depends on where, like you can't go to the beach and watch porn.
Nope.
So, but I can, so you know what I mean? Like if you have earbuds, but still, like, what are you
doing?
Isn't that crazy?
What are you doing at the beach reading smut books?
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, I was going to say girls are less likely to go out and do something about it. Whereas, like, dudes will get all charged up.
We're not talking about that.
No, but you'll get all charged up and stuff like that. We can we can read our smut and still go about our fucking day.
Totally different, obviously. Where
you're derailed until you're emptied.
Yeah, I gotcha. It's just, I think it's funny. I'm glad I'm glad that the ladies are come out and they've just started to enjoy it.
Yeah.
Be honest with what it is, because when I brought it up, like I remember the ladies coming in, they were all these older ladies, like they just like think that we didn't know any better. Like you're fucking buying these cute novels. No, they're not cute.
These romance novels.
Yeah, they're romance.
Yeah.
How the fuck did we get on romance novels?
I don't know, but I'm happy to be here.
Fucking
We'll talk about anything. You know us.
It's true.
Well, you should hit the music.
Yeah, it's
this
time.
This is not tight butthole at all.
We have loosened up.
Yep.
All right, we had fun doing it.
We did.
All right, well, thanks for joining us, guys.
Thanks for being here. See you next week.